Before we jump into today's video, I want to give a quick shout out to our channel sponsor, Many Realms. If you're looking for Magic the Gathering and Magic the Gathering related supplies, be sure to check out ManyRealms.com. I'll post a link to their website in the video description, so be sure to go check them out. What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and yeah, we're going to battle it out with some more Spidey today. Most of you are familiar with how this works, but for those of you who are not, how this thing is going to work is we have 4 participants. We're going to crack this thing open. Each one of them is going to get 3 packs. We're going to open those packs in rounds of 3, adding up the mana values for all the rares and all the mythics. And at the end of this thing, the person with the highest total mana value and the person with the lowest total mana value amongst rares and mythics are each going to get 1 Edge of Eternity's collector pack to go with their other spoils. In the event of a tie, we will take the highest mana value mythic as the first tiebreaker, the highest mana value rare as the second tiebreaker, and if we need a third tiebreaker, maybe we'll have like a runway modeling walk-off, or we'll simply go down the line with the highest mana value rare until we have a tie. No more. All right, give these a good shuffle. Oh, that's the worst one. Of course it was. Of course it was. All right, we got 3 for Red Leader. We have 3 for Soul Arena, 3 for Future, and last but not least, we have 3 for FOP. Good luck, everyone. Let's have some fun. I would say so far we've had some pretty solid experiences with Spider-Man collector boxes. It's hard to, at this point in the game, it's like hard to gauge, let's say good, but like, or great. I don't feel like we've had any super dud boxes yet, though. And now that I've said that out loud, I've horribly jinxed us, so that's on me. All right, here we go. Red Leader, start us off. We start with a Lizard Connor's Curse. That's a 4 mana value, pack foil version. Sandman, Shifting Scoundrel. Into Arana, Heart of the Spider. That's a 3 in that Web Slinger frame. Next up, we've got our Material Source slot, and that is going to be a counter spell, non-foil. Again, should probably average about 3 of these per box. We've seen 2 on the low and 4 on the high. And we conclude with a Villainous Wrath. I almost said Villainous Wealth. Extended Art Foil. All right. So what do we got going on here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 17, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 it is. 17 it is. All right. We've seen some really cool, like we pulled a couple of the cool comic book treatments. I did hit a Soul Stone in one of my boxes, and to this point, that's the only one we've seen. All right, a little borderless foil uncommon. Soul Arena, you are up. We start with our good old land. Into, oh, we got a mythic. And, oh, Miles Morales, neat. Yeah, so the transform cards, we do count both sides because both sides have mana values on them. So this is actually going to be a 6, 7, 8. It does flip. We have interdimensional Web Watch as the extended art. So we got on the back Ultimate Spider-Man. Followed by a Grasping Tentacles borderless from the Welcome decks or the starter decks, whatever they're called. I think Welcome decks. Grasping Tentacles. Rest in Peace as our source material slot. And you got a mythic in the back too. Oh, Mr. Negative, extended art foil. That looks really good. Nice. I enjoy that. And that was, by the way, a pretty big mana value pack because of Miles and Mr. Negative. So let's see how that shakes out. So 6, 7, 8. 7, 15, 16, 17, 20, 24. Let me run that back. 7, 8, 9, 16, 6, 8. Yep, 24 it is. All right. Sheesh. A couple of nice mythics in there. All right, Future, your turn. Here we go. Let's get past those uncommons. Start off with a Strength of Will pack foil. To Lady Octopus, Inspired Inventor in the extended art. That's a 1. The Death of Gwen Stacy. That is a 3. And that cool panel art saga treatment. 9 lives in the source material slot. That's a 3. And conclude with a Lizard Connor's Curse, which is a 4 back there. Not the spiciest of packs, for being honest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3, 6, 9, 13. Okay. Does, however, put you in the low, at least for the moment. And I guess we'll keep... You know what? I'm going to put the Gwen Stacy art on top. I like that. All right, Fop, you're up next. Okay. We are going to start with a J. Jonah Jameson. That's a 3 for mana value. Into Iron Spider Stark Upgrade, which is another 3. In the extended dirt. Oscorp Industries, one of those rare lands. It's not a cycle. There's, I think, what, just 3 of them, right? I think three lands. The extended art, no mana value there. Ooh, we have a source material foil, and it is Hunter's Insight. Really cool art and cool foiling. Probably not going to be one of your bigger hits because Hunter's Insight is like a regular card, is an uncommon. Still really neat though. And then we conclude with a radioactive spider in that web slinger foil or that treatment. I will sleeve the Hunter's Insight. I mean, when you're only getting 3 of these on average per box and they only come in collector boxes, they're all like none of them are like just terrible, right? You'd rather have one than not have one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, let's just do this. 3, 6, 7, 10 it is. Okay, so after round 1, we have Red Leader with a 17, Soul Arena in the high with a 24, Future with a 13, and Fop in the low with a 10. Red Leader, we circle back to you for round 2. All right. We are to our basic land, so we start with another Urana, Heart of the Spider. It's a 3. Followed by a Hiding on the Ceiling, which is extended art. That is a 1. Spider-Man 2099, and that cool... I like when they do the bordering like that with the colors when it's multicolor. That is a 2. Ooh, source material. It is Hex. Hex. All right. All right. I hope we do a little bit better. I hope we get at least one more, and I hope we can do a little better. Again, I cannot argue with the art and the foiling. It looks really good. Hex probably not going to be one of your bangers, though. All right, and we conclude this pack with a J. Jonah Jameson in the extended art foil. We will sleeve up Hex, though. It also does carry a pretty substantial mana value on that card. So we have a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And is that a 15? 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15 it is. That does put you at a 32 in total. All right, Soul Arena, kind of the big winner of round 1. A couple of really nice mythics and a substantial mana value to go with. Here we go. You are going to start with a With Great Power as the pack foil. That's a 4. Followed by Peter Parker's Camera. That is an extended art. That's a 1. Next up, we have Venom Deadly Devourer from the Welcome deck. That borderless treatment. That is a 4. Cool card. I think all the Venom stuff is just going to carry a little bit of a premium just because it's Venom, right? All right, source material is Savage Beating. Pretty good card, and again, featuring our boy Venom. That is a 5. Just like a natural mythic, too, right? Like, Savage Beating is already, like, just a mythic. And then an Urban Retreat extended art foil in the back. So no mana value for your trouble in the back, though. So, 5, 9, 10, 14. 4, 5, 10, 14 it is. Oh my gosh, my handwriting's so bad. Okay, there we go. 38 for you. Still kind of a healthy lead at this moment. Future. You and Fop kind of battling it out for the low, right? Because you're like otherwise chasing 25 mana value by Soul Ring already. So I think you and Fop are more or less angling for the low at this point. But we will see. Here we go. We start off with another Oscorp Industries. Not even the good one, like the Urban Passage or whatever it is. All right, that's a 0. I mean, it helps your low. Into Spider Sense, Extended Art, that's a 2. Followed by Carnage, Crimson Chaos in that cool panel treatment. Source material is Master Weaver Web Protector, that is a 4. And conclude with a Clone Saga foil panel rare in the back, also a 4. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, right? 6, 10, 14 it is. Putting you at a 27 and indeed in the low at this moment in time. All right, Fop. All right, Fop, you had a 10 coming into this round. You start off with a Cheering Crowd, which is a 2. Followed by a Radioactive Spider, which is a 1. Next, oh, cool. That is a Borderless Miles Morales from the scene cards. Really cool. Another really good mythic. That's the kind of duplication I'm here for. So, of course, it has the 2 on the front and then the 6 on the back there. So you showed the source material. Oh boy, is Lorthos. This is not helping your low. But there's the really cool Ultimate Spider-Man version of Miles Morales on the back. Really neat. Good card there. And then, as I mentioned, Doc Ock with that, who's Lorthos, which is 8 mana value. And then we conclude with a Hiding on the Ceiling Extended Art Foil, which is a 1. This is going to get interesting. So we know that Miles is a 6, 7, 8 plus 8. That's a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Man, if not for 2 cards, this would have been an incredibly low pack. But I guess thankfully your other 3 cards were really low. 2, 3, 4, 12, 20 it is. Sure. Brings you to a 30. 20. Wow. Crazy. What a swing. All right. Well, that's going to change things up, huh? So heading into our last round, Red leader with 32. Soul Arena still holding down the high with a 38. Future in the low with a 27. And Fop right there with a 30. All right. Red leader, we are back to you. I think we've seen 2 foil source materials. I'm hoping we have at least 1 more. All right, Red Leader, here we go. You are going to start with a mythic at least. Spider-Verse. All right, very nice. That is a pack foil Spider-Verse. That's a 5 for mana value. Followed by Kraven's Last Hunt in the Saga. The panel treatment, that's a 4. Hydro Man, Fluid Felon, which is a 2 into our source material. Non-foil Winds of Change, pretty good card. That is a 1 for mana value. And concluding with, ooh, Black Cat Cunning Thief. That's the first time I say ooh because I've seen this card before, but it's the first time I think I've seen the foil version of it. The foiling looks really good on these. Okay, so let's sleeve up our mythic real quick. And let's find out what we've got going on for mana value. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that a 17? 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 17. Okay, 17 it is. That will put you at a 49, which is a fairly high total for this set, but lo and behold, Serena's already a 38 coming into this. Serena, here we go. I'll start off with a Borderless Uncommon Web Warriors. That's cool. All right, our basic there. First rare mythic is a Mysterio Master of Illusion, which is a 4 for pack foil Mysterio Into Jackal Genius Geneticist. It's a 2. Next extended art is Villainous Wrath, another high mana value. That's a 5. Now we have our source material. It is, Goblin Bombardment. That's cool. I actually might think that might be the first time I've actually pulled Goblin Bombardment. That is, again, a 2. And then conclude with a Iron Spider Stark upgrade before we hit our art card. 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12. Is that 16? 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 16 it is, right? 5, 10, 16. That is a 54, which I do believe is the highest total I've seen in the battles that I've done so far. Will it be enough? Putting you back in the high. Future, you're at a 27. The high seems unlikely. It really feels like you and Fop are battling it out for the low. You're at a 27. Fop currently at a 30. For whatever it's worth, Red Leader the next low at a 49. Here we go. Little Plains action. Peter Parker's Camera. That is a 1. Followed by a Multiverse Passage. Multiversal Passage as the Borderless. Good card and 0 mana value is right where you want to be there. I think these are actually holding pretty well too. Mythic. Oh, Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom Horrifying Leader. There we go. We'll take another Mythic there. And a pretty good one, I think. That is a 5 for mana value, but a really good card. Oh, we did get another foil. It's Doc Ock. Armed and Dangerous. Oh, boy. We kind of whiffed on this slot in this box, huh? We did pull 3 of the source material foils, but none of them were like the ones that you're writing home about. Nevertheless, we will take foil source material cards. And we conclude back there. Ooh, Borderless Foil Symbiote Spider-Man is actually kind of a hit. That's not bad at all. Not bad. So let's sleeve up the Anti-Venom. Let us sleeve up Doc Ock. I'm not sure what this does. The Lorthos really does hurt you. The Doc Ock does hurt you for the low, but did have a 0 in there as well. So let's see where this leaves us. 8 plus 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Not bad considering. 8 plus 5, 13, 16, 17 it is. That puts you at a 44 currently in the low. Okay. Fop, here's the deal. You would need a 25 to catch Soul Arena, which would be, let's call it not common or even uncommon. Your next lowest person is Future with a 44. So 13 or under gives you the low. 14, we go to Tiebreakers. I have a Lorthos staring me in the face. Actually, yeah, and there's a Miles Morales staring me. Well, that'll be interesting. So 13 or less, you have the low. Above 14, you're out. 14 exactly, we go to Breakers. All right. Parker Luck, which is a 3. Followed by Arachne Psionic Weaver is the extended art. That is also a 3. Next up, Black Cat Cunning Thief, which is a 5. Into the source material, which is, Venom King in Black. Very nice. That is a Skithrix, the Blight Dragon. That is a really good hit. I unfortunately do think it's probably going to take you out of the low, but not the worst way to go out. And with one more pull left, it is a cheering crowd. The crowd was cheering for you to get the Skithrix. Well, let's add this up here. 5, 6, 7. Well, let's just go 5, 10, 11, 12, 15. Is that 18? 3, 6, 7, 8, 13, 18 it is. Bringing you to a 48, which will take you out of the low. So final standings here. Red Leader with a 49. Soul Arena in the high with a 54. Future in the low with a 44. Fop with a 48. All right, Future, you have the low, you have the honors. Do a little Edge of Eternities here. Come on, there we go. Let's see a cool Galaxy foil. Feel like it's been a minute since I pulled one of those, like a Shockland or something. Here we go. Galaxy foil. We got Galaxy Foil Mountain. It's close, right? All right. Moonlit Meditation into Radiant Summit, followed by a Light Stall Inquisitor, Here's our Stellar Sight slot. It is Mystifying Maze as a foil poster. It is not Galaxy foil, but at least it's a foil poster, and it's a Mystifying Maze. That's kind of neat. And we conclude with a extended art foil Eternity Elevator. Sorina held down the high from start to finish. Not an easy thing to do. Here we go. Mountain again. This time not Galaxy foil. You start off with an Infinite Guideline Station in the pack foil, followed by a Solar Array in the extended art. Zoo Ifit, Osteoharmonist in the borderless treatment. All right, Stellar Sights. That is Galaxy foil. That is a Needle Spire. All right, well, that's neat. Stellar Sights, Needle Spire, and it is at least a Galaxy foil. We like Galaxy foils. We asked for one, we got one. We didn't specify. We'll take it. And then conclude with an Entropic Battle Cruiser in the extended art foil. But again, at least a little Galaxy foil, Needle Spires for our trouble. Well, there you go. That is another Spider-Man collector battle in the books. Admittedly, this box was not as spicy as the last couple we've had. I shouldn't have said anything in the beginning. That's on me. Yeah, you know, kind of largely whiffed on the material, on the source material slot. That one hurts a lot. Like these Spider-Man boxes, those last two slots are so pivotal. They're really make or break. So anyways, though, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys at least enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much, everybody, and be well.